So we just had the third Scarlet and Violet trailer drop yesterday, and with it came some awkward Fast and Furious action, the Mad Hatter Spring Collection, and a few new Pokemon. We already knew about the 3 new starters, the Fire Crocodile that looks like a chili pepper, the Grass Cat Hulk, and the Suave Doc that was stuck in Davy Jones' locker for far too long. We also have Pommy, the first quadruped Pikachu clone, the small olive that I really hope gets a black shiny, and obviously, the Mon of the Year, Lechonk. But with the new trailer, we also found out about 3 more additions to our Pokedex: Fidough, Cetitan, and Paldean Wooper. I have to say, I'm worried how much I might want to bite this little pupper's ears off if I see it in real life. And talk about being bitten, there is the Terra Whale Cetitan. Man, isn't he badass. The pink highlights seem a little weird to me, but the majority design being this pure white whale just seems so elegant yet menacing. Then we have the one everyone seems to be talking about, Paldean Wooper. Paldean Wooper looks pretty much the same as normal Wooper, with the exception being the brown color, different shaped gills, and a different pattern on its belly. So what do we know about this regional love child of Smallland? The website gives us some insight, firstly letting us know that it's a poison ground type. It also says that in ancient times Wooper lived underwater in the Paldea region. But it seems after losing in a struggle for territory, they began living in bogs on land. To keep from drying out while living on land, they began to cover their bodies with a poisonous film. These Wooper's gills have hardened thanks to living on land for so long. Their bodies are heavy and they move slowly. But they can protect themselves by shooting powerful poisonous liquid from their gills. You may see poisonous Pokemon in areas where these Wooper live. Now this seems like a unique take on Wooper at first glance. But if you go back to Jotonian Wooper's Dex entries, you will find that even back in Pokemon Silver and Crystal, it states that when it walks around on the ground, it coats its body with a slimy poisonous film. A mucous membrane covers its body. Touching it barehanded will cause a shooting pain. And then later, in Black and White, they further expand on this, saying, when walking on land, it covers its body with a poisonous film that keeps its skin from dehydrating. Weirdly, it seems like the main component of this Wooper's gimmick has already existed in the original Wooper. So other than having hardened gills to form barbs, why does this Paldean Wooper look so different? Now, the original Wooper from Gen 2 is based on the Axolotl, and we should be safe to assume this could have been too. But there don't exist any poisonous breed of Axolotl. So what other creatures in nature lather themselves in poison as a defense mechanism? Eolidida is a form of a sea slug that eats poison off of other creatures and stores them in their spikes that they shoot out as a defense mechanism. Maybe that is what this Wooper is up to. But it says they shoot liquid poison from their gills, not the spikes itself. But then again, Axolotl are just a kind of salamander, and a close relative to the salamanders are frogs. Could this be based off the infamous poison dart frogs? They are known for having extremely toxic poison covered over them. People have been known to use these toxins from dart frogs to poison the tip of hunting darts. Maybe that's what Wooper does. It might be a stretch, but maybe the redesigned hardened barbs of the Wooper are visually similar to 2 darts. The Wooper might evolve into a frog-based Quagsire that is a master marksman shooting poisonous darts. But a frog might be too weird an evolution from an axolotl. But coming back, how about we look at other salamanders that fit the bill? Most salamanders aren't poisonous, but there exists a subspecies, the Salamandridae, also known as newts. They are little salamanders that grow poisonous due to a loss of habitat, tend to be slow moving, and have large warning signs on their body to indicate that they are toxic. This fits our new Wooper so perfectly, being slow creatures that lost their habitat and have a large sign on their body. So do newts exist in Spain or the Iberian Peninsula, the place Paldea is based on? Well, in fact, there exists the Iberian ribbed newt, a brown-skinned newt that has hardened barbs growing on either sides of its body, which are extremely toxic. Now, I am pretty convinced that this must be the inspiration for Paldean Wooper, and it gives us some sort of an insight to what our Paldean Quagsire or regional side evolution could look like. Maybe it grows several barbs across its sides, much like the ribbed newt, or more on the lines of the golden striped salamanders that are also native to Iberia, with it being a much sleeker looking Quagsire, with the pattern on the belly turning into a golden stripe that is extremely toxic. Or I was right all along, and it does become a poisoned dart machine. Either ways, I find this oddly colored Wooper extremely charming, and though I might not hug it, it might join my current party for Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. Let me know what you think, if you found a better origin for this Wooper, and if you want me to make more such videos on my takes on the lore and origin of these new Pokemon.